Hey, everybody. It is Coach Simone Kelly here with another Power Player feature for Own Your Power Radio and Own Your Power TV. And I'm so delighted to be interviewing one of my favorite people, Erica Salvemini, who is in New Jersey, Lyndhurst, New Jersey, and she is the owner of Just for Pause. Welcome, Erica.
Hi, Simone. Thanks for having me here today. I'm super excited.
So happy to see you in the flesh. Well, not the flesh, but
Yeah.
you know, see your face. We talk all the time, but
It's true. I am up in the north, you are in the south. It's nice to catch up this way. Technology is awesome.
Exactly. So I've known Erica for what, like 11 years? I don't even know. I lost
At least track. 11. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Before my kids were here, and both my boys are 11 and 11 and a half. So
oh my goodness. Yeah. Wow. So I've been loving your business for the last, I guess 11 years. But how long have you been in business with Just for Pause?
16 years now.
Wow. Okay. And tell us how you got started with the business. What inspired you to do a pet spa?
Sure. Well, I always loved animals. I've had animals my whole life. I grew up with always either a dog and a handful of cats, literally a handful. Rabbits, ferrets, you name it, we had it. And they got me through some, every tough time in my life, my animals were there for me. And I grew up. I eventually became a marketing manager and a marketing director for a software firm. And it got to be a bit, too much. After a while, your spirit starts to get sucked out of you a little bit.
Right.
I started to experience that corporate burnout thing that everybody talks about. So I thought about it. For about a year, I thought, what could I do and make money and do what I love? Well, I love animals. I've always loved animals. I've always been good with my hands. I figured, let me give a crack at this and see how it goes. So I started in the mobile. I had a mobile grooming van. I'd go to, it's more of an upscale service just because it's a
by appointment only or something?
Yeah, you're going to people's homes. You're making house calls. So it's a little bit more exclusive. And it was nice. I made my schedule the way I wanted to. I worked when I wanted. I didn't work when I didn't want to or didn't feel like it. I never went without. There was always money in the grooming business. It's totally recession proof. It doesn't matter where you groom, how you groom, literally. I mean, you have the best of the best, and then you have the not so good, and then you have everything in the middle, and everybody makes money because you always need to get your pet's haircut, just like you need to get your hair done. So I started it that way. And then I decided I wanted to start a family, have kids. And about 4 years into it, I opened up my shop, and I've been stationary there ever since. And we've grown, and we have an academy now. We teach. We sell alternative wellness products like
Wait, slow down. The academy. Tell us what that is.
Sure. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump right over that.
That's a big deal.
It is a big deal, and thank you for stopping me because I don't want to take that for granted. I was asked by a lot of people for a lot of years who would just literally walk in off the street or call me or email me. You have a great reputation. I love the way you work with animals. I'm considered the gentle pet groomer. We groom with compassion and love in our hearts, and it shows in the work, and the animals love us. So we tend to get all of the dogs that are difficult to groom. So we grew a reputation for ourselves this way. So people would come to me and say, I don't know how to groom, but I love animals. Would you teach me? So that went on for a while. So I taught a couple of the ladies who came in and started working for me just off the street. Angela's my first one just got out of college, graduated, and came and said, I'd love to work for you. And I was like, wow, that's cool. So she learned everything, like inside of a month, how to bathe and dry, professional pet bather. Then she learned how to groom. Then she's become my administrative assistant. And then she and I together built the curriculum for the academy because of all these other people who kept coming. And Angela's phenomenal. And she, had graduated school and was just fresh out of college. And so we were able to build that and work on that together. And before you knew it, we had a curriculum. In 2018, we started the academy, and we've had a number of graduates already. And the economy, it doesn't really affect this industry much, even in the downturns. So you can make money, you can make as much as you want, or if you want to be a part-time groomer. One of the ladies who works for me she retired from FedEx, a career with FedEx. Phyllis, what up? Shout out. And Phyllis is from Brooklyn. She's awesome. And she started a career with grooming, I don't know, in her 50s, late 50s.
Mhm.
I don't want to give away too much here, but she's been grooming with me for now like 7 years. And we have all sorts of people who get into grooming. And
It's interesting how you said that doesn't matter what the economy is looking like. And one of the things one of my coaches always told me is people will always spend money on their children and their pets.
Yes.
So I can totally
And
see that.
More so now.
With their pets, I know.
Yeah.
Sometimes the pets get treated better than the children, unfortunately.
I can't tell you how many grown parents who come to me and say, if I knew then what I know now, I would have just had the pets. I would have just had 5 dogs and forget the kids. And then they start calculating the cost and how much it's costed over the amount of years. And yeah, it's hilarious.
That's the joke. That's the joke I hear from all my girlfriends that are like, "Oh, Simone, you don't want any kids. You don't want to adopt. Just you and Shadow are good. Just be good. You don't want all the stress. They're so ungrateful."
Absolutely. They don't
so let's talk a little bit about, before we get into the actual topic at hand, Reiki for pets.
Yes.
Share a little bit about some of the things that pets get done at a pet spa, because I don't want people to just think, oh, we just wash the pets and put a bow on them. Your pet spa, I want to go there. Like the things you tell me about what these pets get done, like their paws. What is the thing they get?
We have a number of treatments actually for the paws. So we have a moisturizing pad balm, which moisturizes the bottom of their feet, just like you would if you had calluses on your feet. So we have that, and then we also have an Epsom salt soak, which is really nice for helping draw out impurities. And it's an organic product that we use. It's an excellent product.
So they're soaking in it while you bathe them or something?
So we have very big, large.
I would love to see like a video of how this looks.
I'll have to do one. We have little snapshots here and there, but not a full video of it. And we have little basins, which are actually brand new, bought off the shelves kitty litter pans. So, they're about, imagine the size of a kitty litter pan. We have multicolored, stacks of them. And then we put in a cup of the Epsom salt and some warm water and put the basin inside the tub. And so they can soak in it while we're doing the very facial, while we're putting,
Wait, back up. They get a facial?
They do. We have an exfoliant facial.
I love it.
It whitens and brightens all of the tear staining area.
Oh, yeah. A lot of animals have those.
And then it smells really good afterwards. And the first thing people do when they grab their babies home is they, you smell on them and you love on them and you want to smell that really good smell. And so that's a really nice thing for them.
So nice.
Yeah.
Now you're making me feel like my cat's paws are ashy. I got to go put some what could somebody at home do? Like put on their animal's paws?
There's something, you could get something called bag balm. It's BAG and then BALM, and it comes in a little green tin, and that's been around for years. They used to use it on cows' udders when they chafe from milking the cows.
Yeah.
So you can still get it, and it's non-toxic for the animals. It's supposed to be non-toxic. So check the ingredients for today before you do it, because I haven't used it in a lot of years, and I know that groomers used to use it a lot for their hands and for the pads on the dogs. Cats are more sensitive though. That is for sure. So I'll get back to you on that.
All right.
Yeah.
No pressure. So let's talk about, for those who don't know what Reiki is, can you share your definition of Reiki?
Sure. So Reiki is a way to harness energy. We're all energy. Us humans, energy is around us. Energy is in the animals. It's, you are a body of energy, but then you can create a situation and that creates energy. So there's energy, all kinds of energy, right? And then there's the universal life force energy, which is where we get this most bountiful amount of energy from. So in Reiki, it's a Japanese alternative.
It's a healing technique.
Medicine.
Yeah. A lot of people that I tell people that are like, oh, what is that? Is it a religion? Or they freak out about it. I use the example of Dr. Oz used to be a heart surgeon. His wife is a Reiki master. Before and after surgery, she would work on the patients. Did you know about that?
That's phenomenal. I didn't know about that. That's amazing.
Like that blew my mind. But then also in Florida, I mean, a lot of places are kind of behind the times, but like in Florida, and I know in California, a lot of nurses are trained or they go get training in Reiki. Or even healing touch practitioners. There's different kinds of healing modalities, but it blows my mind how open a lot of medical professions are now.
Because they know how much it works. They know how, they use it for themselves. You talk to a lot of very smart doctors, and I say smart because they're smart in that they know
open-minded.
Innately how to make themselves well so that they can go on and do better. And, you know, great doctors, great anything, you're going to have to take a tremendous amount of care and mindfulness to your own presence and well-being.
Right.
So in order to do that every day and be strong, and then, you know, work the entire day, you know, just for today, I will work hard. Just for today, I will feel good. Right. So you have to follow all those tenets. Smart people know I got to make myself feel good. Well, how can I do that without all the pills and the pharmaceuticals? You know, not to say that all of the stuff is bad, but Reiki and other alternative modalities are a wonderful support to Western medicine.
Exactly.
So which is to your point of Dr. Oz's wife having Reiki, doing Reiki for these patients afterwards, which is wonderful. When I was doing in vitro fertilization, I was, you know, that's why I started Reiki all those years ago, was to heal myself because I wanted to have children, and I was told I had this unknown fertility challenge. I'm like, all right. So I didn't believe in, you know, popping all these, you know, pills, and I wanted to keep a clean vessel for the children that I would someday have, right? So I learned how to do Reiki. I started to do it on myself. And before I'd go for the in vitro treatments, I would have acupuncture done, and I would have Reiki done, because it helps calm and balance.
It opens up the chakras. Yeah.
Your chakras, your meridians or nadis, however you call it, the different energy centers, energy fields. It balances all of you, your physical, your emotional, your mental well-being, your energetic well-being. And when all of those things are in balance, as you know, we are doing well, and not just well, we are thriving. And that's what we hope, that's the aspiration that we want to do for ourselves and for everyone else. And when you get to that point, it doesn't matter if the world is crumbling around you, you can still be centered, and you can still go on to do better, greater things, and help the greater good, help the greater cause, whatever that is.
Right. So let's compare a little bit, because, you know, as I'm also a Reiki master, and when people, after they get Reiki, there's so many different side effects, or, you know, benefits, I should say, is better choice of words, where they'll say, oh, I feel so clear. Oh, my migraine's gone. Oh, I feel healthy. I'm pooping now. Sounds hilarious, but that's a big,
I know.
I get that all the time. Like, they're like, Simone, what'd you do to me? Like, I gave birth in the toilet.
I cleared your blockages.
You know, a lot of people have like energy bursts, like their mind, like they can think I remember doing like a marketing plan, like right after like I got Reiki, like your brain
clear.
Is just totally clear, totally connected. So with people, we know those are some of the results. Now with animals, how does that work? Explain that to us, because I haven't wrapped my head around how that works with animals. How do they keep still, number one?
Absolutely. Well, it's amazing because innately they're very much like children. First of all, they're vessels of purity, love, goodness, and so they can absorb the Reiki, the healing energy, very quickly, very easily. They adapt to it. Once in a while, you'll have a pet who does resist you a little bit more. I've even had my own pets. They'll go to the other side of the room, and I'll have to like beam it at them. And you can, I put my Wonder Woman bracelets up.
They don't know we got superpowers. That's how I tell people we're superheroes.
That's it. Well, I know, exactly. So yeah, the animals will be looking at you like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Yeah.
Then they calm, and then, but most of the time they literally, they'll come to me first, and they'll usually they're high strung. They're, you know, their eyes are bulging out of their head. They're stressed out. They're, you know, they bark incessantly. They can't stop themselves. They don't know how to calm down, or they've got like aggression issues, things like that. So I own a pet spa. So my clients are primarily my clients that we groom. So I know the dog. We usually know who they are. So they're not fearful when they come in. Anyway, they're usually, sometimes they are, you know, some of these pets, they do, they have PTSD just like we do. Some of these pets are adopted, and you don't even know what they've been through, or you can sometimes tell it's just, you know, the stress, it transcends down from the person to the pet, whatever it is. Yeah. Sometimes the people will say, Erica, I don't know what's going on. You know, Jojo's been doing great, but then all of a sudden he just started, I'm like, all right, well, what's going on at home? Well, yeah. You know what? I'm going through a divorce. We just moved. I used to work from home, and now I work in an office, and I'm not there anymore. Now the dog's pooping in the house. Well, that's like a no-brainer, you know? So stuff like that, you can kind of intuitively, and I am empathic as well. So I can communicate with these pets. I mean, I literally just about immediately can sense, and we have this open, energetic line of communication which is why we do so well in our grooming in my shop as well, because all the girls that work for me, everybody's empathic. They all love the animals to, such a heightened degree. It's just so easy, and your hearts are open. So when your heart is open, you can feel and read the animals. So I can tell, okay, this dog's got, like we were just saying, stress at home because this changed. So-and-so, there was a death in the family, or their best furry friend, died. It might have been a cat, it might have been a dog, but those are their siblings in the house. We're all family. We all live together. And that's what I want to impress upon people so much, is that they don't realize, and everybody loves their pets. You want them to feel good, feel happy, feel comfortable. They're your children. You don't realize that we do it to our kids too. We do it to our spouses. We stress each other out. We yell, or you don't even have to yell to stress somebody out. You could just be like
they pick up the energy no matter
vibrating,
what.
Pulsating, blob of stress all day long. You might be one of those people that just holds it and doesn't let go of it. You yourself likely need Reiki. And I've had customers where I've done Reiki for the pet and the parent, because again, this is a cycle, and they were smart enough to know that this, and I'm not saying that people aren't smart because they don't know this. It's people don't normally know this.
They're not exposed to it. That's all.
They're not. It's a learning thing. And when I tell people and explain, hey, think about it this way. It's just a different perspective. That's all it is opening your eyes to something new that maybe perhaps you never thought of. People go, oh, right. Yeah. Right. You know what? And then they start talking more. You know what? This has been going on at home, and this has been going on. All right. Now I know it. Now
then they won't stop talking.
That's it. So and I work on the pets a similar way too.
Something I noticed, because whenever I work on a client that if I do Reiki on somebody and they have an animal, that animal definitely wants to be near us or get on the table, and I'm like, come on, let's
no, they're trying to get in on that good stuff, Simone. They know. They always know. My cats always come around me. And they'll circle around me, and they'll sit down and then just stay there and take it in just take it in.
So with the process, tell me briefly, like, how does it work with a Reiki session for a pet? Like, are they laying on the table? Or are they just sitting up, depending on how crazy they're acting? And then
they're on the
there's soft music. Is there candles and incense? Like, what do you do? Like,
yes, I do. I set it up that way. So I have a small shop right now, looking to open up a wellness center, and so we can have our own studio space just for the Reiki treatments and classes. But right now we have, like one of those accordion room divider things, it's Asian style. I put it around my grooming station, which I've cleared out just for the Reiki, healing session. So I'll have my little candle. I'll come over with my Palo Santo, and I sage the room. I sage myself. I do a little bit of saging around. It's not sage. It's
I know what you mean. Palo Santo, same thing.
Around the animal, and then I'll put my nice. Usually I'll use like something with solfeggio frequencies. They're frequencies that open up your chakras, and they help heal different things, whether it's emotional healing, mental clarity. And the list goes on and on. So I'll put some nice, beautiful music in the background for them for that. I'll have my crystals around me for sure. I always have a number of crystals, and different crystals will help heal different chakral areas, which correlate to the different body parts.
Right.
Whether it's they're having, thyroid issues, so I'll, work on the throat area, or they're having, stomach and digestive issues, we'll work on the, the root chakra and the staple chakra. Yeah. So a lot of times it's just intuitive. It comes to me. I know exactly where to go. Sometimes the animal will literally tell me and talk to me, and it's an energetic connection.
Right.
So I'll just hands on right on them, and I'll start to just kind of smooth down their body so they feel relaxed. They'll start to. They always will do this like light panting, like a cadence.
Oh.
And it's not a stress pant. It's not like
But they like it. Yeah.
Yeah. So they stop from the stress panting, and they start going to this slow rhythmic cadence. And then they'll usually just drop down on the table and just kind of rest there. It's almost the same every single time. It's wonderful because it's their surrender moment. Yeah. They're like, you know what? This does feel good. I'm going to go ahead and take that.
Get in on this.
Yeah. And so we do that for like 45 minutes. And then I heal up, I close up their energy space. I, give them an extra dose to help fill them for the day. I call in, archangels to help the same way I would with the people Reiki sessions. And then I also offer a 1-page summary of what we experienced and what we
That is
went through.
really nice. Yeah, because they can't communicate with their owner. Like, hey, this is what Erica did. So it's great that you can explain this chakra was blocked. This is what I picked up. You can kind of tell them what was going on. And it's funny because I always say most animals and children, their chakras are open most of the time. Not, I would say 90% of the time, but animals, depending on if they're going through some kind of health issue or a stress out issue, maybe that there's a lot of things going on.
They are a lot more
Do you find
open.
that as something similar?
Yeah, I do. And I think that goes to the point of why they're so receptive to accepting it and responsive. So you can see a positive response afterwards. Sometimes they need more sessions than just one. They might need 3 or 4 or whatever the problem is. Sometimes, but you always see a response almost immediately with children as well. So I think that probably does lend to the fact that they're more open. It's, you know, it's when we get older and we start to pile on the garbage and the trauma that's happened in our lives, and then the, you know, swallow it, and you just push it down. Well, I'm too busy now, so let me just hold on to that, and I'll get to it later. And then later never comes because 12 other things happened. And it's the same thing with the pets, the animals, and they don't. Here's the other thing about animals is not only do they, you know, they know how to get rid of some of this stuff. Like, you know, you'll see animals shake or do, you know, some weird funky things. Like, they know how to shake some stuff off, but they can't do all that they need to if they are heavily laden and heavily burdened with stress and trauma
from their parents,
or if they're just adopted.
Oh, that too.
You don't know what came with them.
Yeah.
And if you are a believer in reincarnation, which I happen to be, and they're powerful animals, just like they're powerful people. And some of these animals will come with knowledge and ability. And did you ever meet an animal and you're like, God, that dog or that cat seems really smart, and like they know stuff and they seem so wise? Well, chances are they are, and they do hold on to things, and they do need help. You know, it is a gift to give Reiki to your pet, because if they're taking the hit for us, which is what they're here for. They are little, you know, guides for us on this planet. They're spirit guides in the 3D realm to help us. They help us transmute our toxic stuff so that we can go on a few days longer. They help us feel better and take away our pain and suffering so that we can go on a few weeks longer.
I swear I'm a big believer in that, because even I used to always be so fascinated that whenever I do like an intuitive life coaching reading, I'll sit in like my chair, like a big lazy boy chair, and my cat will be clear across the house somewhere asleep. Second I go in my meditation, he sits behind my head. He's like I'm here to assist you. Like, you know, well, look,
I am protecting you.
Yeah, I'm here to assist you, mommy. So I'm a big believer.
Total protectors too. Big time.
The last thing I wanted to ask, I know you also work on people. So you do it where they actually come into your office, or you go to their house, and then you also do distant healing. So tell me.
I do. So right now, I did for a while where I would go to people's homes and do Reiki. I don't have the ability to do that anymore, just because time restraints and like being what it is. I'm juggling I have two young boys. I have a business. I do the Reiki. So I do it long distance right now.
Okay.
People could email me if they were interested. I have an email address separate from the Just for Pause Pet Spots. blissfulyou@gmail.com.
A blissful you or just blissful you?
A blissful you.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me make sure I even have that right. So you know what? I hardly ever use it. Let me give you the email address again.
Okay. We'll add it to the bottom. Just text it to me and we'll add it. And then
awesome.
your website for Just for Pause, for those who are in Lyndhurst, New Jersey that want to come see you.
Yes, that's justforpausepetspa.com, and that's the number 4. So JUST number 4 pausepetspa.com, justforpausepetspa.com, and you can email me there as well, Erica@justforpausepetspa.com. That's fine, and the phone number is 201-460-1900. We also do sell organic premium CBD products for people, and now for pets. Now we do offer it for people as well. We even have CBD lozenges, which are really nice. And the CBD is great for so many different things, for people and their pets, for inflammation, for anxiety, stress, a number of neurological issues and disorders. So really good stuff. I highly recommend it if you're trying to get away from, pharmaceuticals.
Medicine, yeah.
Some of the stuff that, does leave side effects and longer lasting. So like I said, I'm not saying do away with it all, but if you can have a nice balance in your life, that's always helpful.
Right.
So yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Erica. This has been amazing, and we learned so much. And I'm hoping that people will reach out to you and take you up on your offer. So again, her website is justforpause.com. The number 4,
petspa.com.
Oh, justforpausPetspa.com.
I'm also on LinkedIn, Erica Salvemini, Gloria on LinkedIn. You can find me there. I do put out a lot of meditations and information on just how to feel good on a regular daily basis.
We'll put all your contact links in the bottom. So
that's awesome. Thank you.
All right.
Simone, it was so good to see you.
You too.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.